Welcome back to Snow Dogs Cooking, where if we can cook it, so can you. It is soup season. If you don't know, we live in northern Michigan, and soup season is basically when it gets cold. Now, I'm a person that could eat soup all of the time, so expect to see at least a couple of soup recipes within the next month here. Today, we're making something that's going to sound interesting, and some of you probably aren't going to think it's good. Trust me, it's amazing. We're making ham and cabbage soup. If you've ever been to Big Boy, which I know there's not very many of them left, Big Boy has a ham and cabbage soup, which has always been my favorite, and this is kind of a copycat recipe to that in a way. That is what we're gonna make today. I will be using my Instant Pot for this. You can also just cook this on a pan. All you have to do is simmer it for like 30 minutes until everything gets nice and soft. But I'm gonna use my Instant Pot because I love this thing. What is going on here? You are second best kitchen helper ever. Where is first best kitchen helper ever? She's over there getting a drink of water. I see her. Don't worry, she's here. Well, welcome to the kitchen, first best kitchen helper ever. You want to tell everybody how you're feeling today? She's like, feeling pretty good, guys. Feeling pretty good. So you are going to need 6 cups of beef broth or beef base. You can hear my microwave going in the background because I do like to heat this up a little bit. So 6 cups of that. You're going to need a bag of coleslaw. Trust the process on this. Trust me, this is way easier than cutting up cabbage and carrots. Anyway, 1 bag of coleslaw. You're going to need 1 cup of chopped up celery. You will need 1 green pepper. If they're too small, you can put 2 in it if you want to. You will need 4 of these peppercini peppers diced up pretty fine. You will need either a clove of garlic or some Jarlic, which I, of course, am using Jarlic because it's easy. You guys always get a kick out of when I say Jarlic. Well, I ran out, so I had to come get more. I also wanted to show you, they make jar ginger and squeezy easy onion too, you know, in case you were wondering. You're gonna need a couple dashes of hot sauce. Now, I'm choosing to use Cholula. You can use Tabasco, you can use Red Hot, like 2 to 6 dashes, whatever your heart desires. If you don't want to put it in, don't put it in. You're gonna need 2 cans of petite diced tomatoes. Of course, do not drain those, pour them right in. You are going to need about a pound of cubed ham. Now, we had ham for the holidays, so I actually cubed this up and froze it. I let it thaw, and now it's going into the soup. And then for seasoning, the only thing I add to this, I can't pronounce. Marjoram. Marjoram. I don't even know what this is. Does somebody tell me in the comments what it is? It smells good, but I don't know what it is. Are you filing the complaints with the management because I'm not using enough stuff? I don't add salt or pepper to this while I'm cooking it. You can add it after. I don't like to add salt because the beef broth usually has quite a bit of sodium in it. Anyway, yeah, are you filing complaints with the management? But again, do whatever your little heart desires. So like I said, we have our Instant Pot here. We're gonna go ahead and pour in. Now this is only 4 cups, I gotta add more. But we want a total of 6 cups of the beef stock. See, you can tell that I used the miners because it didn't dissolve all the way. Don't worry about it. It'll dissolve in there. Plus, I got to add 2 more cups of water to this anyway. And the 2 more cups go in. Look, now it's all in there. Okay, so you didn't have to watch me do it. I cut up my celery. I cut up my peppercini peppers. I cut up my green pepper, which there's some chunks in there for the dogs. And then I measured out this stuff. Hey, hon, do you have any idea what this is? Or how to say it?
I'm pretty sure it's marjoram.
That's what I said. Marjoram. Marjoram.
Yeah, you asked me what it was, and I really have no idea.
I have no idea either.
I'm
It's a spice.
Yeah, and I guess it was like something that Grandma put into her food just to make it taste like homemade food.
Did you smell it?
No, I did not. No,
Smell it. It smells really good.
Yeah, you can make, just sprinkle that on like chicken nuggets and McDonald's chicken nuggets, and it's homemade. I think you can put that on almost anything, and it just makes it homemade.
This is the magic
I have
homemade
no idea.
Flavor mixer.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is either.
It's a plant.
Well, most spices are.
Most spices and herbs are,
Yeah.
so it makes sense. Oregano, minty.
I did read that it's very similar to oregano.
Citrusy. Yeah, so it's...
Flavor.
Yeah.
It's flavor.
It's homemade flavor.
Do you want to try it with your finger?
Sure, why not?
I say, just
it might be, usually, I don't want to lick my finger first because I don't want a lot.
Okay.
Tastes like air.
Tastes like air?
It's not very overpowering.
That's good.
Oh, takes a second.
Yeah.
Soup.
Soup? Good, because that's what we're making.
Tastes like soup.
We're making soup. Let's put it in there. Okay, we're not adding the seasoning just yet. We're going to add our 2 cans of petite diced tomatoes, which, yes, of course I bought those from Aldi. And it's 2 cans. In they go. Don't splash everything everywhere. How much garlic do we add? I don't know. That much? If you're using regular garlic, just add like a clove. And if you really, really, really like garlic, add like 2 or 3 of those because it just makes it better. I'm a huge garlic fan, Jamie not so much, so I always add less. I can always add more to mine after. Next is the 1 cup of diced celery. You can see I diced mine really fine. It really just depends on how you want to dice your celery. I'm not a big fan of cooked celery, so I try to make it small. Sometimes I shred it. I didn't feel like doing that today. Next, these are the 4 finely chopped peppercini peppers. I took some of the seeds out, but not all of them. Let's put them in there. 1 chopped up green pepper. Again, I tried to make these about the same size as the celery, but you chop it however you want to. Next, we're going to add about 1 pound of cubed ham. And I just made it nice little cubes. I don't like big chunks. So nice little cubes, all that goes in. Oh, look, belly's up. We know it's going to be an amazing day because the bellies are up. And I totally forgot something. I cut a couple pieces of green pepper specifically for these puppers. Memphis, would you like a crunchum green pepper? Look at that. You didn't even have to get up. You could just maintain your position right there. All right, Al, come here. I knew you were going to get up. Would you like one? I know you're going to crunch it. That's pretty crunchy. It's pretty good stuff. All right, let's go find third best kitchen helper ever. We haven't even seen her this video yet. Oh my goodness. Third best kitchen helper ever, who's really a couch warmer today. Crunchy? Good stuff. All right, you keep watching your hockey game with Dad. We're going to finish making dinner. Now, before I add the coleslaw, I am going to add that seasoning that we don't know how to pronounce and stir it in just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's going to stir by itself as this starts boiling and doing its instant pot thing. So with this, it's like 2 to 6 drops. And again, start with less. Less is more because you can always add more. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. 3 of them in there. And now we're going to add the coleslaw. And I know some of you guys are going to ask what size bag? 14 to 16 ounces. Some stores, for some reason, they're 14 ounces. Some they're 16 ounces. Either is really going to work. Oh, man. Would you like a cabbage? You do. Listen to that. Listen to them pitter-patters. I heard you coming. You're like, whoa, is there more food happening in here? Well, now I got to give you a piece, too. Okay, hold on. The cabbage. I know, you girls really do like cabbage. Well, now we gotta go give third best kitchen helper some cabbage. Okay, third best kitchen helper. How come every time I turn the camera on, the TV gets dark? And then we can't really see your face. Here you go, ready? Cabbage. You like it?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You can spit it out? Nope, there she goes.
Maybe I eat that.
She ate it. And now, the whole bag. The whole bag, the whole bag. Minus the pieces the dog ate. Went right in there. And I am going to stir this down in a little bit. I probably should have got a bigger spoon, but that's okay. So we're just going to stir it just a little bit, kind of get all the cabbage, which again, it doesn't really matter. Once the Instant Pot starts doing the Instant Pot thing, it's going to all go down in here anyway. So we're just going to stir it a little bit, and then on to the next step, which is the easy part. All right, lid on. Make sure this is closed. We're going to do pressure cook for 5 minutes. That says 6. We want it to say 5. 5 minutes, and then we're going to let this naturally vent for, I think it's 5 minutes. Just because that says 5 minutes doesn't mean this is going to take 5 minutes. It takes a little bit of time for the pressure cooker to come to pressure. Then it'll take 5 minutes. Then you've got to naturally let it vent for 5 minutes, which basically means don't touch it for 5 minutes after it's done. The pressure starts to come down, and then we release it. That's what we're going to do. Notice, this is another one of those really easy dump-and-go soup recipes, which are kind of my favorite. I love making soup with leftover things. So like when we made our ham at Christmas time, I froze a whole bunch of it all cubed up so that I could use it in different recipes. That's some tips for saving money. You can freeze cooked ham, cooked chicken. You can freeze all that stuff if you didn't know that. It doesn't stay good as long in the freezer as like the frozen raw chicken, but you can freeze it and you can use it in other recipes. Don't let your food go to waste. Oops, I let it go a little longer than I was supposed to. Okay, ready, set, vent. Gotta turn it the right way, that helps. And let that vent. Oh my goodness. This, you know, cooking videos, honestly, I know I've said it before, but they need smell-o-vision because this smells amazing. We're gonna go ahead and try it. And yeah, you should make this. Just make this, I'm telling you. It's so good and so easy. But we're gonna let this cool for a second and then we're gonna give it a try. Best kitchen helper ever is over here waiting for us to drop something. She's like, whoa, Dad, you gonna try that soup?
Yeah, you made the house smell delicious.
I know, it does smell delicious, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, give us your review. I took yours out and let it cool a bit so it shouldn't burn your face off, but I'm also pretty good at giving you really hot food, so.
See, I already know what it smells like, or what it tastes like.
Because of the smell,
The smell.
right? And the whole house smells amazing, doesn't it? Does it taste like Big Boy's cabbage soup?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it tastes like to me.
Yeah, it hits with a little bit of spice.
Right. I only did 3 drops of Cholula.
But there's like no heat to it, so.
Right, but it kind of gives you that weird feeling,
Yeah.
but it's not actually hot. Yeah. I didn't put any pepper in it, so you can put pepper in it too if you need to, but
That's pretty good.
good stuff? Cool. All right, let's eat dinner. So this is your sign. Make this soup. So good. So easy. I usually make it at least once or twice a year. Like I said, I usually make it when I have leftover ham. So if you find ham on sale, make it when the ham's on sale. Or, like I said, if you had a big ham for a holiday or some other thing and you froze some, use some for this. It's one of my favorite ways to use leftover ham. All right, you guys, if you want to see more of our soup videos or any of our other videos, there will be links on the screen and down in the video description below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye, audience.